Hey, how does the vagus nerve relate to trauma? So the vagus nerve is one of the most important parts of our body's communication system. So imagine it's like a superhighway and it's connecting your brain to your heart, to your lungs, to your gut, to most of your internal organs. It's actually the longest cranial nerve in your body, and it plays a really, really vital role in regulating key functions for us, such as breathing, digestion, and even our heart rate. But the vagus nerve, also called the wandering nerve, is the central hub for our parasympathetic nervous system. It's part of our nervous system. It's in fact supposed to be responsible for calming us down, for helping us rest and recover. But this system, often called rest and digest, will go into flight or fight response or even freeze, and it kind of gets it very wrong for us. Now, when you experience trauma, your vagus nerve is always involved. It's like that friend who needs to know everybody's business, and it's constantly like, did you know this? Did you know this? Did you know this? It's really, really heightened. So what it will do is it heightens your arousal. You become extremely sensitive, and this is where your body feels really unsafe. And the vagus nerve really should be there. It should be calming us down, but it just becomes compromised and it leaves you stuck in this cycle of numbness. Now, how does the vagus nerve actually develop? And this is really interesting because our vagus nerve develops in early life from the time we are in the womb, and it's in our body as an infant, as a baby. Now, when we're a baby, when we cry, it's the responsibility of the person who birthed us to soothe us, to make us feel safe. In fact, the vagus nerve is there to regulate your heart rate as a little baby, to calm it down, and to prevent the baby's body going into a stress response. And this then becomes what we call your vagal tone. So think of your vagal tone as the strength of your calming system. When it's really strong and you've had nurturing and your mum and dad and sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles, family really supported you and loved you, and there was that contact all the time, but it was good contact, not overly anxious or not coming from an anxious mother, your strength level goes up and up and up. So you can bounce back easier. But if you've been subjected to early childhood trauma, or you've not had that nurturing, soothing, and you've been left to feel quite unsafe as a young child, it weakens your vagal tone. Now, because trauma teaches your body to stay on guard, over time you just develop this state of hypervigilance, and it definitely weakens your vagus nerve. It weakens the vagus nerve's ability to do a good job. So that's not your fault. That is not your fault. It was done to you, not because of you. But the imbalance that has been created in your vagal nerve means that you will suffer chronic stress or anxiety. You might have difficulty sleeping. You have digestion issues, often very linked to a dysfunctional vagus nerve. You suffer from emotional disconnect. And a poorly functioning vagus nerve will make it harder in two areas. You never feel safe, and you find it difficult to connect in relationships. Absolutely catastrophic for you. So vagal nerve activation and what we can do to when our vagal nerve becomes activated is controlling our breathing. That is absolutely key, and that's the biggest takeaway from today's talk, is about concentrating on your breath work, bringing that body's response back down. So our vagus nerve is so important to learn to regulate, and you can regulate your vagus nerve. You need to use the right combination of exercises. Breath work and somatic work is only one aspect of that. There are many, many, many other stages to controlling vagus nerve activation, and making sure that you get the the recipe right for you and your body. So vagal nerve activation is hugely successful when it's done right. And I hope this has helped you to understand that if you've had a poor start, it's kind of like not your fault. And the vagus nerve will in time learn with the right tools and the right kit, the right process, your vagus nerve will learn to self-regulate again and help your body just stabilize. I hope you've enjoyed the talk. Speak soon. Bye.